Hey guys, what's up? Long time no looky. Um, what a crazy month. Like, what a month to take a break from YouTube, right? Trump almost gets assassinated. Women are getting beat up by men in Olympic sports. Um, I think I missed something else too. Like, like for real. No, like seriously. I, I just got on Instagram Threads for some dumb reason because it's basically just Facebook, but for Instagram people. Um, but yeah, and oh yeah, Biden dropped out, and also in the Olympics, the LGBT people totally mocked Jesus in the Last Supper as the opening ceremony, aka ritual. I mean, times are strange, dude. They're very strange. At least I had Deadpool and Wolverine to get me through. It was so hilarious, but it is pretty gay. Like I don't know if anyone said that in their movie reviews yet, but Deadpool and Wolverine is so gay. Like the character is essentially just a closet homo. But I mean, it's funny though. I don't have a problem with it. It's just like it's just so effeminate more and more. But whatever. I don't care. It's just a thing. Anyway, our founding fathers are satanic Freemasons. Um, yeah, like I just cut to the chase. And Washington, even Washington D.C. is all laid out like with these crazy rituals and geometric patterns and a bunch of pentagrams everywhere, and like Jupiter was aligning with Virgo at the time, like we talked about. It's just crazy times. Here we go again. All these famous Freemasons, even Mark Twain, Henry Ford, like Ford truck, the best in Texas, satanic Freemason. Buffalo Bill, John Wayne, satanic Freemasons. Okay? These guys aren't your fucking typical American heroes. They're all puppets. Harry Houdini, Freemason. Okay? Theodore Roosevelt, Franklin Roosevelt, just Davy Crockett. All these, weirdly, how all these American legends who are remembered are Freemasons. It's almost like they did something to be remembered. They sacrificed something in order to have worldly success and fame. And if you look at Illuminati backwards and forwards, that's pretty cool. And how the Jesuits were the founders of the Illuminati. You know, those, like back in the day, they were murderous, like Christians who just killed everyone who went against them. It's like the mafia of the Vatican, basically. And here's the hidden Masonic hand. You got Joseph Stalin, Obama, John Wilkes Booth, who killed Lincoln, all that stuff. Pope Francis, Charles Darwin, Karl Marx, all these fucking famous puppets. Why are they so famous? Why are we talking about them today? When billions of people in the world just come in and then die and we don't care about. Why are we talking to these people? Because they're all connected, dude. Look, I'm going into it. The Illuminati card game. You got the clown Satan on top because at the fifth age he comes down like some UFO invasion or something, and then they spread a little shot of virus of some kind, and then they say their vaccine is the cure because the people going crazy right here. And then there's the eagle rising, Revelation 12:14. Those who are raptured are on the wings of an eagle. And the assured distraction is the left and the right politics, Trump or Biden or Camilla, whoever. It's all part of the same beast system. Uh, you know, terrorist nuke, Twin Towers, 1995. This was released, and then 2001, obviously. And of course, the guy who created it has some heavy Capricorn, because they're all puppets. Center for Disease Control, Illuminati card game. Backlash, people hating the black president, Obama. But people having a charismatic blonde leader like Trump to be the cure for Obama. Enough is enough. This is Trump in the Illuminati card games because they already know everything's going to happen. It's just been all orchestrated. And you still vote. That's all good. And look, political correctness. He used an insensitive pronoun, so they're killing him. This person is a carnivore and ate the flesh of dead animals. If you're not a vegan, then you're evil too. It's calling out gender pronouns as political correctness in the future. What is this, 30 years ago? 94? And it's what, 2024? 29 years ago this came out. And look at what's happening. Al Gore the tree hugger with the Inconvenient Truth documentary. Princess Di. Emphasis on how they said die instead of Diana. You see that little triangle right here? We'll get into that. Gun control, obviously. Global warming, obviously. They're going to just make everything into something that it isn't. And they're going to tell us something and we're going to believe it even if we don't see any evidence for it. World War III, you see how the pyramid up here, it even has the capstone. You see, in the smoke, there's a pyramid. It's for the great eye of Lucifer, the one-eyed beast. That's who's running this world, y'all. God's in charge of our souls. Satan is in charge of this satanic beast reality where we have to kill in order to survive. Tidal wave, yep, hits New York as the power plants at San Onofre are hit. I know it's not the two domes, but it is two thingies. I believe this represents the San Onofre power plants. Gay activists, of course, that's going to be a thing now too. They're just everywhere, and in media blitz, it's literally calling itself out. Here's all the triangle, one-eye worship, the pyramid worship, the Jay-Z bullshit. It's everywhere, and we're just like, oh, it's just my soda drink. Oh, it's just a movie. Oh, it's just a magazine. Oh, it's just a shirt. It's just a car. It's just this evil world deceiving you day after day, year after year, and you still vote. Quarantine talks about an epidemic. This is in 1995. These are all the tools that they use to control us, to make us scared, so we need them because we're scared, and what are we going to do? We need something higher than us to tell us what to do. And then look, 4 years later, no one's wearing a mask at all. They told us it was the fucking end of the world. Look how much control they had over you that whole time. And nope, I didn't get a jab. Okay, now let's go into some Jesus stuff, I guess. Oh no, we already did this one. If you ask it, yeah, we skipped the Illuminati card game last time. I went into there. There's a shameless selfie. I think I already did this one. It's not natural to eat meat, say the vegans. Only eat plants. Well, there's Venus flytraps, are plants that eat meat. You know, it's like God is giving the middle finger to these vegetarians for moral sake. You could do it to be healthier. If you feel better not eating meat, that's on you. But don't say it's just because it's cruel to animals. I agree. I hate cow factories. It's terrifying. I hate watching those videos of animals getting slaughtered. That doesn't mean a lion isn't allowed to eat a deer. It needs meat. Lions aren't going to be on your vegan diet. God created living things to have certain needs sometimes. So what are you going to do? Ban all carnivores? Ban lions? You going to ban frogs because they eat flies? Sorry. Government. You have a right to religious beliefs. Also, government, you must be inclusive and believe in 20 genders, or you can't work here. Or we're going to cut off your bank account if you're not inclusive. Well, but that's against my Muslim religious beliefs, Mr. President. Okay, you're good. Are you Christian? And it's against your beliefs? You're screwed. Okay. Liberal, protect children from violence. Liberal, allow male felons into little girls' restrooms. Sorry, I had to say it. Oh, shameless selfie. Oh, look at this. The petroglyph in Siberia looks just like a rocket ship. Good stuff. And then this is footage of someone taking... Here, let me make it bigger. Someone is taking a picture of the guy on the roof. And the people at the Trump rally are saying, there's a guy with a gun on the roof. Cops are just like, huh. I'm not supposed to do anything because this is all planned and I'm not supposed to know. Huh. And then, of course, the whole thing with the female security guards, the Secret Service, that was a joke. And so that person, the head of Secret Service, that lady resigned. You know, plenty of time, people are saying he is on the roof right now. And then he just shoots Trump's ear right as Trump takes one turn, and then it just happens to hit his head at that exact moment in time. Not planned at all. Or his ear, not his head. And then he turns, and then plop. Yeah, scary. Yeah, Joe Rogan talks about it, thank God. Thank God. Even though he could be controlled opposition as well. I got the Similarian, y'all. This is, the official history of Middle Earth, because I'm a dork. You know, we've all read The Hobbit. I got halfway through Lord of the Rings. I'm still reading it now. But this is the cool illustrated edition by J.R.R. Tolkien himself. It's a really dense, hard read. It's more like a history book than a story like Lord of the Rings. But it's really awesome, and I'm very glad I got it. Very beautiful work. And that's why I like books. And look, even Snoop, once again, the Olympics. This boy, he's got the friggin' Baphomet. Sorry, you can't see the bottom there. Yeah, he's got the Baphomet chain. That's his boss. You know, not Death Row Records. It's Satan. That's who he works for. Then I took a picture in my parking lot. We had the stripes painted, and the fucking lazy dude didn't remove the hanger for that one spot. So I just thought that was like the epitome of modern day laziness in our day and age. Dude had one job: just move the thing and then do the paint. Is that so fucking hard? It's not like he didn't see the white. If it was like a brown or gray hanger, I'd get it. But I get you. But this is a white hanger on a nasty brown pavement. Oh yeah, here's the Olympics. Yeah, look. I mean, they admitted they were mocking Jesus. It was supposed to be the Last Supper. It's just like, we know the LGBT hates Christianity, so whenever they do an homage to Christianity, it's like they're giving us the finger, you know. So, and then they get mad when we call them out for doing stuff like this. We can't be offended. We can't be offensive, but they can be offensive. They can be offended all day and tell us what to do, but we can't be offended. It's like they think they need their time to rise instead of being equal. No, it's both of our times, not just one or the other. Again, this is a great film. Logan is just the best superhero movie. But Deadpool and Wolverine, like, that's just what I needed, thank you. And then we got Alien Romulus coming out. And then we got Joker 2 coming out. This is a good year for films, y'all, for real. Because I did enjoy Dune 2 as well. Yeah, I've been playing Assassin's Creed Syndicate. Because it's set in England, in London. So in the 19th century, so I feel like Sweeney Todd or Dick Van Dyke on the roofs, just jumping throughout London, and it's just really cool. Most Assassin's Creed games are like in the desert or whatever. So it's really nice to have this one in like the most modern day setting. So there's guns too, and there's carriages instead of just horses and sword play. There's guns and carriages, so they can go pretty fast too, faster than Red Dead Redemption. Sorry, I'm nerding out. It was like $9 versus $40, so of course I got it. And I beat the main campaign. Super awesome. Now I'm just exploring stuff and doing the Jack the Ripper DLC. Here, I had this thought the other day, amongst others. The irony is how left-wing Hollywood made me love guns because all the good guys stopped bad guys with them. When you grow up with like Keanu Reeves and Bruce Willis and Arnold Schwarzenegger killing all the bad guys with guns, why would that make you against guns? It's like, well, they were cops, so they had to. Well, Keanu Reeves wasn't a cop. He was the one in the Matrix. You don't need authority to defend. You don't need to be an authority to defend yourself. Even bums have the Second Amendment, y'all. Like, for real. It's really sad. As long as you're not a felon or whatever. Here's one thing I have wrong with this, era. So they say doing the right thing should be easy. Like if you see something and you don't do anything, you're an evil person. You're a coward. Sorry, you need to not think that's not my business. Screw that. If it's in public and it's in front of you, they made it your business. Okay, stop hitting that girl. Stop hitting that kid. Stop being creepy. Whatever. So doing the right thing should be easy, not difficult. But we're taught that being a good person is hard, and it's easier to just be evil, isn't it? No, not really. I don't know where that attitude came from. It's the end times. They're saying, well, it's so hard to be good. What does that mean? It's hard to be decent and chill and respectful? We're just getting these two things mixed up. Agreeing and respecting. Just because I don't agree with you doesn't mean I don't respect you. Okay? Half of my best friends aren't Christian, but I respect the shit out of them because they're smart and use their brain in their own ways. And I use mine in my own ways. Still love them, still want to hang out. I respect the shit out of them. Don't agree with them, though. People just live in this black and white world with no color, ironically. This has always bugged me. So if Jesus was just a prophet to the Muslims, then what was his prophecy that he's the Son of God, not just a prophet. Okay, it's really hard to even bring that up with Muslims. Like, oh, he was just a great prophet like Moses. Moses didn't die and save us from our sins. Jesus is not just a prophet if it's real. Okay, anyway, I just had to say that. Yeah, still into Fall of Troy. This album's so good. But yeah, Illuminati card game. Like, if this is the one video you want to get your friends or family into whatever it is I'm trying to tell you, give them this video, because I'm trying to be well-rounded here. I don't vote, I don't fall for things, but that doesn't mean I'm not against the Second Amendment because I'm not a Republican. I love the ability to defend myself against the government. That has nothing to do with being a redneck or a Republican. All the gangster rap I grew up with was what got me into guns before knowing about the Second Amendment when I was a stupid 18, 20-year-old, you know? Like, for real, Tupac got me more interested in guns than the actual Second Amendment. I'll be real, that's my generation, y'all. I didn't have some redneck Texas dad. I grew up with a Jewish liberal dad. Okay, we're not blood related, but you know, water's thicker than blood because he was there. My real dad wasn't. Boo fucking who, sob story. Anyway, it just wasn't a gun-toting kind of environment, and I'm glad it's Texas, but it was Houston. Okay, I get the mixture, the broiling pot. Or yeah, broiling pot. That's even better. But yeah, just saying. The secret architecture of our nation. Here, let's start the first one here. This is one final thing to consider. That is, why should the designers of Washington, D.C. wish to emphasize the role of the cosmic virgin in this place and time? Okay? You know, 1776. And Dante, who wrote Inferno, of course, he was deeply learned in astrology. And you can read all that and pause it. Of course, the fish is Christ and the star of his mother is the Virgin were both visible on either side of the heavens. During that, you know what I'm saying? I just underlined this a lot because this book got me into the fixed star astrology. Yeah, and it says the blah, 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 blah. Traditional astrologers would support the notion, those who have specialized in such matters insist that of equal importance in such charts are not merely the sun, moon, and ascendant, but the fixed stars themselves. You know, the great English astrologer William Lilly, who seems to have been a Mason, even went so far as to insist that stars, fixed as it seems for eternity in the heavens, were important to cities and buildings because these were not as ephemeral as man. They're solid. Once you build them, they stay. Man is ever changing. So anyway, that's why the fixed stars are aligned during 1776 with Jupiter and Virgo and all that fun stuff. Yeah, here we go. Y'all should read that stuff. Brilliant, brilliant book. I mean, because it's real, you know. 4 planets were in Gemini during the dedication of the Freemasons Hall in May 23rd, 1776. And the Egyptians. Yep. Yeah, the very word zodiac is from the Greek word zoon, which means living beings. For the ancients, the cosmos was a living being. It's not just dead space that we're talking about. If we come from the stars and our bodies are from the dust of the stars, then the stars are us and we are them. It's just astrology is kind of a more literal way of determining what that actually means in the long run in your life. I've been reading my transits like crazy, and every single time it's accurate. It's like, oh, that's true, but that's true, and that's true. I'm not saying believe every astrology thing you read. Don't Google stuff. I have 100 books on the topic. I'm not just Googling stuff. I spent money on things that I believe in. Okay. There's this, there's that, yada yada yada. Oh yeah, and the marble zodiac on the floor of the churches. No biggie. Okay, yeah. Anyway, just wanted to show y'all a little bit of that and what that book's mainly about. It's so good. And thanks for listening to me rant. Looks like the sun's going down, and I should turn a light on in my actual room. And let's see. Y'all take it easy. Keep it real. World's getting crazier, but we are getting more and more concentrated. Okay? It's like because the world's crazier, we are just more and more affirmed. We have more and more faith because we can see how obvious it's getting. Look how obvious it is. Turn on the TV and tell me like this isn't a complete scam. It's not a big joke. It is the Matrix, and that's why I think we also we all connect so subconsciously to the film The Matrix, because we know there's something wrong with in the world. You know, like a splinter in your mind type of thing, like Morpheus said. And this whole satanic conspiracy with the Freemasons happen to be all these famous people, it's starting to make more sense. We're uncovering the true Matrix, not the fictional one where it just involves robots. We're talking about the one that involves Satanism and AI as well. It's part of it, but they're allowing it because they know it's supposed to happen. Anywho, y'all catch it. Y'all. I was gonna say y'all catch an easy one. Y'all can catch me later. I'll be on Instagram most likely. Like anytime you think I'm dead or something, like just go on my Instagram. I post like almost every other day. So I'm still out and about. I don't have this like craving for attention from YouTube like I did when I was in my early 30s. Now I'm 37. Can you tell? Yeah. I got gray hair before I could grow a beard, yo. Well, that's also because I'm Hawaiian, so I have a good excuse. Hawaiians don't get like hair on their chest, on their face, you know, it's islanders, you know. Like in Moana, there's not that many people with a beard. Anyway, so yeah, I got gray hair before I could grow a beard, you know. And that's just the name of the game. And it adds character. But I still get freaking carded sometimes. Jeez.